Hey everybody, it's good to see you all again. This segment is just to kind of let you guys know what is going on in this episode. So, in this episode, there is a situation. Towards the end, or anywhere in this episode, there is a blank. That means there's no sound coming in the episode, and you might think that is your fault. That is my fault. You can blame me, say it was my fault, because that is an editing problem, and that's because of recording and the recording platform that I use. If that happens to be in the episode, if that's in it, what you need to do is to just disregard it. Don't worry about it. Consider it like an ad break. Consider it like a break. Consider it like we're taking a 5 minute break. Consider it like that. So, no freaking out. No need to worry. Make sure you guys enjoy the episode, enjoy what's in it, and y'all have a good one. And enjoy this one. Really enjoy it and have fun. And please disregard the blanks in there. Consider them breaks. Hope you guys enjoy this episode, and thank you guys for understanding and for your cooperation.
It's good to see you all. God, I'm not in the right mind. I just came out of the shower, so I'm still trying to like wake up. But right now it is Wednesday. It is officially Hump Day, and Wednesday is my favorite day because the week's almost over, and I want this week to be over. I hear. See, I can't even talk, right? I hear KawaiiSteez, who, funny story, guys, we were supposed to do ours yesterday, but come to find out my box didn't work, and that's why, like, my Wi-Fi, like, kept bugging. That's what's been happening for the past, like, 4 months. I never called somebody because I thought it was gonna, like, cost, and they gave me, like, this huge discount, so, anyway, things are gonna be rolling better from here on out, so, anyway, just to catch you guys up, now back to this. Welcome, by the way, to my podcast. I'm so
Thank
happy
you.
to have
Thank
you
you.
here finally.
Glad to be here. Excited.
I'm so happy. I'm so excited, and you know we got lots to talk about. As a plus, though, I can't wait for the fans to hear the two songs that are going to be out to this. So I'm super excited for that. So let's get into everything. So, number one, I wanted to ask about this group. I wanted to ask about Saf. Again, I'm not sure if that's how you say it, but
Yeah.
I definitely want to ask about it because you are part of it and it's in your bio, so it has to mean something. So,
Staff.
so tell me a little bit
Yeah.
about Saf. Tell me about this Rick Dalton video because
Yeah.
it's on your like link and it's on Saf. So tell me a little bit about it, about
Right.
and the
So,
song.
so SAF is a group that me and one of my good friends started in college. Shouts out to my boy Size 11. We started it probably 2016, 2017, something like that. Funny story, he was playing guitar and he was doing this little riff, and I was like, oh, I could rap over it. Like, we were just hanging out. So like he just laid it down and I just played some like regular drums, just programmed them, and then wrote a song, and then we performed it like on Omegle or like chat roulette, like to random people. And then after that, we're like, okay, let's start something. You know, let's me and you just are SAF. Then after a while, we just gained more members. Shouts out to Bobby, Glue, Clip Scott, the homie Jizz Hands, B-Rab, a whole bunch of people. So I would just produce a whole bunch of tracks, and other people would input too as well, or even just produce. And we just made like mixtapes and stuff. It was really fun. So Rick Dalton was a song that we made on our 2019 project called Super Action Friends. And yeah, it was just a really fun track. Our homie Ivan Perez, shouts out to him. He went to school for cinematography, so and he really liked the song. So he asked us like, hey, can we shoot a music video for this? And we're like, yeah, sure. So we all pitched in, and then he threw in a lot of money for it. And he just got it rolling. Clips and our homie B-Rab directed it, and then we just had a fun day with it. It was like a 3-day shoot around Los Angeles. That's where I'm from, LA. And yeah, yeah, it was dope. We just had some like college students come by and help, and we also all pitched in, and it was dope. So that was like our latest music video. We actually shot that in 2021. I want to say September 2021, and then it came out last July. So it took them a long time to do it. So yeah, that was my group. It was really fun. We used to call ourselves a boy band, and then when Brockhampton came out, we're like, damn, that's a good idea though.
Wow.
But yeah, Saf, those are the homies.
That's really good. I actually like the name though, like Saf. It's even satisfying when you say it. I love saying Saf. Saf. See,
It's cool. And the idea behind it initially too was like, because we were just being little like, just teenagers or whatever. Because we were like 19 when we made it, 19, 20, and we're like, oh, we're just gonna make it Saf. The abbreviation stands for whatever you want it to stand for. So we would do like little gigs. People would be like, oh, what's it stand for? And they grab like our album titles. Like one was like Same as Forever, Super Action Friends, or whatever. So it was always different. Terrible for marketing, but it was fun.
Cool. Well, I definitely gotta start listening to it. To be honest, Rick Dalton was the only song I listened to, only because I was just on a time crunch. But I definitely want to hear more, songs. And speaking of more songs, is the group working on anything, or what's the status of you guys, and what's going on?
Yeah, kind of. We're all working on a lot of solo stuff. We're all frequent collaborators though, so like sometimes I'll ask my homie like size 11, like, oh, can you grab me, or can you do like a guitar part for me, or Bobby for some keys, or maybe clips for like a verse or something like that. It's a lot harder now because we had this group in college and we all lived like really close to each other, so now we all live a little further away. So we have stuff in the making, maybe like a song or so every once in a while, but in terms of a whole project, I'm not sure. The only time will tell. Who knows? But we all have solo stuff coming out, so definitely check them out for sure.
Nice. Well, I just wanted to just like I was just a little bit curious because y'all don't really I don't see y'all post much, so I just want to see how you're doing. But that's understandable. Working on solo projects, that's really understandable. I'm just hoping that you guys will come back together soon, because I would definitely want to hear more stuff in the future.
Oh yeah, to be continued, hopefully.
My fingers crossed. Now, I wanted to talk about another thing that actually happened to you. About over a week ago, you did an open mic actually called Left Method. So I'm curious to know,
Oh yeah.
how did you get that gig? How did you feel about it, and how has it helped you doing that?
Man, it was dope. It was dope. Like, yeah. So how I found out about it is actually cool. This is the power of the internet. I met someone on Reddit called named Juice MC. Phenomenal MC. Be rapping their fucking ass off. So I heard one of their songs on Reddit, and I just DM'd them. I was like, hey, like I really fuck with your shit. Like, it's just dope as hell. Like, you be spitting. And we were just chopping it up. Like, they listened to my music, they liked it, yada yada yada. And I found out they're from the same area as me. Right? They're also from Los Angeles. So I saw them perform at that same thing. It was hosted by Tour Small World at the Left Method, and I saw them do this like a little great marketing video, free video, 10-second recap type thing for artists who perform. So then I followed the page and I was like, ask him about it, and he said, yeah, like he really likes the person who's running it and all that stuff. So I followed them, and then I saw that they had an open mic spot, and so I saw they had an open mic spot, and I was like, yeah. I DM'd them. I said, I definitely want to do this because one of my goals for this year was to start performing again, because I haven't performed since like 2019 with my group. We used to throw like backyard shows and stuff. So yeah, I DM'd them, and then I got the spot. I think I got one of the last spots, which was crazy.
What?
So yeah, it was great. I pulled up. I went with a lot of my closest friends. Excuse me, a lot of my closest friends, and it was just dope. It was cool to have that support, and performing it was really dope. I was nervous because it's been a hot minute since I performed, and I was nervous. but it was really fun. I had like a big adrenaline rush, and a lot of people seem to like my music too. And it's, I make alternative hip hop, experimental stuff too. So it's not like, it's a little niche sometimes. Like I never know how it's gonna land, and I'm usually okay with that because I know what I'm doing, right? I know what I'm making, but it was cool. It was received positively, and I performed a song called Darko Man. I'm gonna upload the full footage. My homie got full footage of it, so yeah, it was cool, and met a lot of artists, and was able to get a lot of connections and stuff like that, and actually met the dude who put me onto it as well. So it was dope. It was great. It has me excited to perform again, and I'm definitely gonna do that because being in your local scene, that's the fun part about it, right? Like performing in front of a group and getting that in-person feedback. That's what it's for.
Oh yeah, definitely, definitely. And you look like you had a lot of fun doing that. And I'm so happy that you got a chance to do it. Like, it's great promotion to do open mics. And let's just be honest, y'all. If you guys watch the reel, like, it's actually really fire. I played it. I probably played it like over like probably almost 10 times. I like replayed it.
I'm glad.
Like a couple hours ago, it was crazy, but it was a really good open mic. So I can't wait for you to do more. Later on.
Yeah, thanks. Me too. I have another one for any Los Angeles folk on April 8th. So just let me know, DM me.
I'll keep that in mind. Cool. Now I did hear that you are in LA. I like to call it the I like to call it the hometown of pop of music because that's where a lot of musicians are from or where they go to.
Yeah,
it's crazy. So how's music been around LA or just in that general area? How's music been for you? How's it been treating you?
It's been cool. As you know, like you just said, LA. A lot of people come to LA for whatever, like music, media, acting, whatever. So inherently, there's like a lot of people here that want to pursue that. So again, I've recently just started stepping back out there, but so far it's been cool. I think as much as like LA is for pop music, and I love me some pop music, it's really artsy, and a lot of people have like a really open ear to a lot of different things, right? Because it's like not only is it a melting pot, it's just really progressive and experimental in other ways, like relatively to just America, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
So it's really cool because you can go to so many different spots and hear so many different types of music, whether it's like rap, alternative rap, indie, folk, metal, just a huge hodgepodge of everything, and people have open ears for that stuff. So it's really cool, especially on the collaboration front, because you just meet so many people making really dope music and being open-minded to a lot of different sounds. And I think that's also due to the privilege of having accessibility to so many different things here. So I would say being in LA for the music scene is like some people say it's a double-edged sword. I think it's a positive thing because like some people look at it as competition, but for me, I see it as more of a community, because I'm very much about community, and you can't go anywhere without collaboration. We all help each other up the steps of life. So I don't know. I think it's been really dope so far, but yeah, we'll see.
Definitely. Nice. I just thought I should, at least ask how it's going. Thanks for that. Actually, gives me a little bit more insight for sure.
Oh yeah.
And speaking of that, I actually want to talk about the genre that you mostly tackle with, which is alternative hip hop. But I know you also do like art pop, funk, and blog wave. So I definitely want to get into your experience, and I definitely want to know how has it been tackling those genres. What's your experience with it, and how are those genres applied to your music right now?
Yeah. So at first, funny enough, it was frustrating, right? Because like I like all types of music for sure, but what I like making is things I think sound cool. and I know it's always a little off kilter or different. Uh, so at first it was a little frustrating because I'm making stuff and then like I can't find my right audience, you know, because like I'm not really. Odds are I'm probably not gonna be able to touch the ears of someone who listens to top 40. And you know, nothing against top 40. I love top 40. You know, but you know, it's like sometimes it's hard to find an audience. But as I started to find it, it's been extremely fun, like super fun, because not only does the collaboration effort help, I'm able to show people what I'm making, and they get what I'm trying to do, right? Because I'll make alternative hip hop and sometimes experimental, and I like genre bending a lot, right? Like one of my songs, it's one of the songs I sent you, is called Applejacks, right? It's inspired by a Toro y Moi track, and Toro is off his What For album, which is just psych rock, psych funk rock. So I did that, and then I wanted to fuse it with like a hip hop element, you know. So like I still have like a pop, like an art pop aspect of it to try to make it accessible, but then I'm always gonna try to bring you something different, you know. So like I have a lot of influences from so many different artists from so many different genres, you know, ranging from like MF Doom to like Carly Rae Jepsen, you know, like just different ends of the spectrum. And I try to put that a lot of that into my music, and then what makes it different is like, you know, the voice that I bring, you know, the person that is KawaiiSteez. So as I've been finding a community online and in person, it's been a lot of fun, you know. Like I don't have like a big fan base or nothing like that yet, but all it took was like 10 people interacting with me, being like, oh, that was dope, like when's the next drop, yada yada yada, or you know, people when the collab and stuff, to make it really fun, because like, all right, I'm making something that, you know, folks like, but what's important is I like it, you know. I think that's the biggest thing, getting confidence in being like, okay, I like it, and trying to push forward what I'm trying to do with the sound that I'm trying to make, you know. So it's just been fun. I've just been able to create so many different things, and some of them come out great, and some of them come out trash. But you know, we don't release those.
Right. Right. But I'm so glad that you are enjoying yourself, and I love that you do so much more than what most people do. Like, you actually have fun with your music, which is a rare thing. Well, to me, it's very rare. So that's
Right.
really great for you. I'm happy. Now, I did see you did get a little bit into your genre. I wanted to kind of expand on that and ask about, you know, your music process kind of thing, kind of way. Because you did release a lot of stuff, and I
Okay.
want to know honestly, what is your whole music process? You know, songwriting, production. I want to really know what is your way of what's your techniques when it comes to making, you know, songs.
Okay. Yeah. So I like to consider myself a producer first. Uh, I you know, I can always write lyrics and stuff like that. I've been doing that for a while, but what's really fun for me is producing and making the instrumentation aspect of it. So a lot of times, if I want to make a track, I will usually be inspired by something. I'm usually always inspired by some sort of song. Like if for anyone who knows me and the people who know me can attest to this, I'm always like singing, humming, and I'm always like hyper fixated on a specific sound, and my brain just kind of sticks onto that. So I kind of think abstractly with some of those elements that I like, and then I try to lay them down in my own way. So usually I'll start with the production. I'll start with the drums, right? I always start with the drums and the bass for the most part, because that's the rhythm. I'm very, you know, dancey. I love the low end. I love the rhythmic section. I'm always like dancing, singing, and grooving, like, you know. And that's what the pop in me is like. It's like, you know, I like having fun. So I usually start with that. Uh, After that, I'll just lay down some keys, maybe play the guitar a little bit, maybe check out some samples, and try to put the pieces of everything together. So I try to lay down like some sort of foundation. At this point, I may or may not have lyrics in mind, but usually I'm just trying to flesh out the whole entire track from like intro to ending, or even if I have like a little snippet that I can come back to later, I'll do that. But after that, and I sit with it a little bit, I'll make something, throw in some keys, some other sounds, whatever, and then I'll come back to it. Like I'll listen to it at work or listen to it throughout my day over and over again until I can see the things that I want to pick up on or add to the track. Um, Sometimes I'll get some ideas in a day, sometimes not. It just depends. But then when I finally get back to it, that's when I start really adding the detail. I'm really big into textures. I know sound and music is something you hear, but I also want you to be able to feel it, right? Like maybe not necessarily like an emotional way, that would be good too. But like if you want, like I want to feel like if I want the track to be warm, I'll add a lot of, distortion or add things in the low end. I'm really into psychedelic music too, so I'm a very big fan of panning and making things seem big and loud and not loud, but like it takes up space, like it's a room. Like the song is its own arena, and I want the music to create room. If I would want some high end, I'll play in with some of that, like maybe a Big Crusher or something. As I'm just super into the textures and how the music feels, right? Because you can describe it like, oh, this is really crunchy, like the kick is really punchy, like stuff like that. I'm really into that aspect of it. After that, I like to add really small, subtle things that go a long way. Like maybe some things that a listener may not necessarily hear on the first time around, but it really keeps the track moving. After that, that's when I determine if I'm doing lyrics or not. Sometimes I'll just flow over it, freestyle over it, and then I mostly freestyle just to catch a rhythm. Because since I think like a producer, I think about my flow first. I try not to skimp out on the lyrics, but like I always think of flow first because I think of my voice as another instrument, as a part of that song. So I always try to find a flow that matches with the beat, that accompanies the beat, and I never intentionally try to make the same flow twice, but if that so happens to be, it happens to be, or something similar. But I always try to tailor it to what the beat is, and I think I kind of got that inspo from. I was obsessed with Bone Thugs and Harmony when I was in middle school, and they always talked about this they call flow motion, like flowing with the beat. So like, I always took that with me. So yeah, after that, I'll send this on to my friends or to some close collaborators or whoever I like fuck with and see what they think about it and get some feedback. Because again, I think collaboration is key, and I'll sit on that for a while. Before I used to release songs like ba ba ba, like rapid, but now I try to take my time with it and just release a song every month or every other month, so I can really sit with it and get the best I can out of it, but also at the same time give myself a deadline so I'm not sitting on something forever and never releasing it and getting too in my head about it. Yeah. So hopefully that answers your question.
Thanks for that. And one of the things that definitely spoke to me was definitely setting a deadline for you. That's one of the things that I'm always kind of curious about, how an artist handles that, because there's some that wait, and they wait it out until a verse finally comes. It's interesting to see that you take a different approach and you set a deadline so that you're not waiting. That's a very interesting approach I see, which I definitely vibe with. I definitely see how that's beneficial. And apparently this process is working because you're making, such amazing tunes. So definitely major props to that.
Thank you. And yeah, I don't know. I think that method really creates not only the best you can do for whatever you're at the time, but also consistency. Because I think that's really the key. Like it keeps me always creating, rather than creating a bunch at once and then just stopping, which I've done many times before. But now I'm always creating because since I have a schedule for it and I know that a song is due at XYZ, if I make 3 and I have 3 ready to go, I can take a little break and then go back to it. It also helps me not get too burnt out because that's been a problem I had in the past. So
I feel you for sure. And I'm seeing you progress very much. I see you progressing a lot, which I'm very happy for.
Thank
I
you.
can't wait, especially for your Spotify Wrapped, because I remember seeing the um the Spotify Wrap from 2022, and that's really great. I can't wait for that to go up, and I can't wait to see what this year holds. As far as everything goes. I mean, just to find out
Yeah.
today that you have a TikTok, we got gotta
Oh
I gotta
yeah.
ask about TikTok because I have some thoughts about TikTok. Well, my own personal thoughts about it, but I want to definitely know what got you into TikTok and how is TikTok, helping you or how do you benefit from using it?
Yeah. So I don't know, I got into TikTok because actually my homie, another collaborator of mine, Fernando P, shouts out to him. He was telling me, he's like, hey, yo, Kawhi, you gotta get on TikTok. You gotta get on TikTok, man. Like, you can get yourself out there, collab, yada yada yada. He's telling me all this stuff. So I was like, oh, I'll try it. Right. Like, and it was cool. Like, I don't know. I'm still trying to figure that out. I'm like, I'm 27 years old. I'm not old. I'm not like mad young where I can just figure it out, like what works and what isn't. I'm one of those cuspers, millennial Gen Z cuspers. So like, I don't know. At first, it was a little awkward trying to figure it out, but now it's been kind of fun. Like I know TikTok. Outside of what I want to do with it, like for my own brand versus what I think about TikTok, is totally different. The social media in terms of like advertising type stuff, but yeah, I think so far it's been cool. It's been helpful. I advertise my music on there, kind of, sort of, but now I kind of more use it to showcase my personality. Uh, Not like I'm gonna try to be like no influencer vibes, but people just seem to vibe with that a little more. Because if people like you, right, they're gonna check out your music or just who you are. And I just talk about just being an artist on there, or just things that happen in life. Um, Try to make a funny video here and there, or just make some little video and try to play my music with it. It's helped me understand video editing a little bit more too. So there's that. But yeah, I don't know. TikTok is just, I don't know. It's just cool. It's just another aspect to get myself heard by another audience, right? And I think especially, well, TikTok has a big audience now, but I know especially since a lot of younger folk are on there too. I typically have a better time with my audience. My audience is typically better within like the 18 to early 30s range. I feel like they're a little more open-minded to some of the the newer stuff I'm trying to present versus people who are like, I like what I like, that's it. So it's been really good for hitting that demographic as well. And yeah, just meeting new people, just seeing interesting content. So
Nice, nice.
yep.
Well, I'm glad you're taking TikTok in a positive way. I know that TikTok has becoming very extremely popular, so I'm always kind of on the fence, when artists use TikTok, but I admire when artists just use it in a positive, point of view, so I'm glad that you are one of those people that use it in a positive way, and that's not everything. So, you know, thank
Oh,
God.
right. Yeah, I feel you. That's just social media in
Yeah,
general, right? Like it's all about finding
yeah,
balance. And I think a lot of people can go over the edge with it, especially with some clout, or miss the main point. Like I'm not trying to blow up on TikTok. I'm just trying to find my people. You know what I mean?
definitely. I feel you for sure, and you are a very, very amazing, talkable person. So I don't see any problems in the future with you
Oh,
getting
thank you.
more connections. At least after this, you'll get more.
Thanks. Appreciate that a
Absolutely,
lot.
yeah, definitely. And that's what made me hit up you in the first place. I was like, let me just take a chance and see how this goes. Apparently, my odds were in favor.
Yeah, when I saw that, oh, this is pretty dope. I think I was at work or something. I don't even remember. I was like, oh, that's cool.
Right. Nice. Now, this is something that I wanted to ask about as well, because I don't see this link around much. So you actually have a link like Linktree, except it's not Linktree. It's called with Koji. So I want to know
Oh yeah, cool.
what is that site, and also what made you not want to do like Linktree? Because I know most musicians like they use Linktree. How come you don't have it?
So I actually found Koji. I was on YouTube and like I was just watching some like advertising or marketing videos for music. I'm very much into like studying things or researching things that pique my interest. Oh my gosh, excuse me. I had some hot chicken earlier. So I'm very much into things that I guess I can learn, right? So for music marketing, I did see someone advertise this one. It probably was a paid sponsorship, you know how it is, but it looked cool. I saw that it was a little more interactive. It's free too. It was free. You can create like, you know, like I have a GIF or a GIF in the background. Some of my icons are like animated, you know, like it seemed more customizable and more personal and I guess more interactive, you know, like something a little more powerful, I guess, than Linktree. So and it's a different name, so it stands out, right? Whether that's good or bad. So yeah, I don't know. I saw it, I was like, yeah, this seems cool. So I just wanted to try that. I did have a Linktree, but I just ended up liking this one better. I like the options, and I still need to toggle around with it some more. It's been like a little while since I touched it, but yeah, I just like the with Koji better. Who owns it? I don't know. I don't know. I just thought it was dope.
Nice, nice. Well, I definitely love it. It's actually really cool, especially when I clicked on it and it showed like this. I'm curious to know who drew that. I actually saw a cartoon. It's a cartoon picture of you when you click on the link and it shows like a cartoon picture of you. That is cute.
Oh
Like who drew that?
yeah, my main icon. That's shouts out to my homie Sean. He's one of my good friends. He was my roommate for a long time too. Another person I met in college. I forgot. Yeah, he was in staff too. He wasn't music oriented, but he was just always a supporter and he was always hung out with us. So like he would just always be there. So one time we had like a meeting and because we used to just meet and try to see like, oh, what can we make or yada yada yada. And I was coming out with my project at the time, Darko, because I'm super into Donnie Darko, favorite movie all time. So I made a whole like album based on it. And he was just sketching it out and he drew it. And I was like, yo, that's really dope. Like, can I use that? And he's like, oh yeah, let me color it. So he colored it, sent it my way, and then he just said, hey, it's yours. Like, you can use it for whatever you need. So yeah, shouts out to the homie Sean. So it's like mine, it's basically my logo. And it's cool because the hat too has a little sign from Final Fantasy X for any Final Fantasy fans out there. From it's like the Xanarkin symbol. It's one of the symbols from the game, some nerd stuff. But one of my first mixtapes was called Xanarkin, and he listened to that like barely when I first met him, and then he bumped it a lot, and he was a big fan of it. And that, I don't know, gave me a lot of confidence when I was making music back then. I was like 17, 18, so it's cool that he drew that on there. It's almost like, you know, I don't know, sentimental.
Yeah,
you know?
definitely. Definitely. I'm in love with this. Whoever that person, you know, I'm telling you right now, I want that. That's on my wish list now. I want one.
I'm probably gonna make some merch soon, so
Ooh,
get it on a shirt or a hat.
merch. Please, please remember me when you make merch because I would love to wear your clothes
Yeah, I
because then I
will.
can go to work and brag that I have this cool merch. And when they have the jaw drop and then I tell them I interviewed him, you know, I wanna see them.
Yeah,
I
flex
want to
on
see it.
them.
But yeah, keep me updated on that. I would definitely love to see that come to life.
Will do. Will
Nice.
do.
Now, I wanted to first I said congrats about this new song called, and guys, I'm not lying to you, actually what it's called. You claim your heart, but you're afraid to try kombucha, which is also the most popular song on Spotify right now, this is amazing. But now I wanna know about this song because it's an interesting tune. I was listening to it and I was like, let me see. It's interesting. So I want to ask, how did the song, you know, come to be, and where did you get a title like that?
Yeah, so so inside scoop, the original song name was Mastodon, right? Because sometimes I just name something randomly, whatever, blah blah blah. But I was making it. It was in December. I started making this tune in December, and it was raining a lot in Los Angeles. It was raining and it was dark, right? Uh, and I just wanted to listen. I just wanted to make something. I was listening to a lot of jungle music, like EDM, drum and bass type stuff, like PlayStation One type tunes, and I kept listening to JPEG Mafia, Bald by JPEG Mafia. And I was like, oh, this is like kind of cool. Like, I wonder if I can make something, similar off of it, like make a little inspiration from it, combining the two thoughts I had in mind. So, yeah, I don't know. I just made the track. I got some synths. I downloaded some synths, like PlayStation 1 themed ones, and found some free break beats and chopped them up. And I made that crazy hectic part of the song, the switch first. And then I started shaping everything else around it. Yeah, so then after I started writing, I wanted to do like a really smooth, calm flow at first, and then like a really energetic flow towards that change. So then I had it. It was called like Mastodon for a while. And then one day I was at a bar with my friends because I love kombucha. Kombucha is fire. A lot of people hate it because it's like a fermented, bubbly, bitter drink or whatever. But I like it. But I was telling my friend at a bar. I was telling my friend about it, and he was like, "Oh, like I hate that drink. Like I'm not trying to try that drink." And I just looked at him. I said, "Man, you claim you're hard, but you're afraid to drink kombucha." And like I just started laughing, and we all started laughing. I was like, "I'm gonna name that a song title." And I thought this would be the perfect song because it's just calm and it gets ridiculous at the end, and the name title is just ridiculous and it's funny. So I was just like, "Fuck it, I'm just naming it. You claim you're hard, but you're afraid to drink or try kombucha." Whatever, I just call it kombucha now. But yeah, I thought it was funny.
It is. I'm sorry, but that's a funny name. Oh my god! Now I'm gonna be saying it all night. I'm gonna stop that. I cannot. I'm gonna end up saying it all night.
It's dope. It's dope. Song title too inspired. You ever heard of Viper?
I heard a little bit,
Viper?
buddy.
Yeah, Viper. He's like this weird internet rapper who was definitely ahead of his time in some aspects, but he has like crazy name titles. So like, I was like, man, if you can do it, I'll do it too. I'll just make something wild. So yeah.
Wow. Well, that's on my to-do list as well, to check out Viper. That's on my to-do list right now.
Yeah, but he's interesting. I don't know. He's an acquired taste for sure.
Oh yeah, I listen to about over 50 songs every day. Trust me, I'm ready for whatever he has.
Oh, okay, yeah, you'll be good. If you're familiar with internet music, you'll be good.
Okay. Well, that's also my to-do list, is to just keep listening to the song. I've only listened to it truthfully twice because, again, time crunch. But I will make sure,
right.
definitely to tune in more to it for sure, because the name is just fun. So I'm gonna definitely rock out to it later. And in case y'all don't feel like going to Spotify, which don't worry, I know some of you don't feel like clicking on Spotify. That's one of the songs that you'll hear tonight. Right after this interview, you'll get a chance to hear that one. I think so. Yeah, right. It's one of them. I just had to make sure that it was that one.
Yeah.
Oh. God. I probably need to ask this because, well, I asked you a question before, how to pronounce it, but where did the name come from? Like, where did you how in the universe can a Japanese word and another word like Steez, exist? Like, where did you get this artist name from?
Yeah. So long time ago in high school, long time ago, I made like this video project or whatever, and it was about like selling do-rags, and I called it KawaiiSteez, like your do-rag steez or whatever. So like I always had like something steez, like people call me like KawaiiSteez. My real name is Dirk. People like KawaiiSteez or whatever steez. yada yada yada. And I always like the steez like word, you know, especially in hip hop, like, you know, it's used steez, steelo, whatever. So yeah, I'll just have that like everywhere. And I was playing fast forward like a few years later, I was playing League of Legends with my friend probably when I was like 17 or 18, and I like anime, right? Like I've always liked anime. I don't watch it too much now, but I was into it since I was a kid. Like I kind of grew up on the internet, so I used to just watch it a lot. So my friend, we were just saying a whole bunch of words with steez at it. Then at the same time, we both said KawaiiSteez. And I was like, all right, that's like, I'm changing that to my league name right now. So that was my League of Legends name. And then I had like an old rap name before, and I wasn't really feeling it too much. And then I just changed it to KawaiiSteez. So that's how it kind of came about. It was just KawaiiSteez. It was just a moment, and I just kept it.
Wow. I definitely love Kawaii. Kawaii, you know, to be honest, Kawaii, I haven't heard Kawaii in a long time because there was like a Japanese show on Nickelodeon that had the exact like same name like incorporated in the show. Like Gwen
Yeah.
Stefani, she made the show, and Kawaii was a name that
Oh
they
yeah.
used a lot in the show. And that was the last time that I ever like heard the word. As far as steez go, I know somebody that has steez in their name. I know somebody that has steez. I forgot what name they are, but I know a producer that has steez. But anyway, it's crazy that those two can exist in the same universe, let alone like a person has it.
Full of mysterious things.
Right on. But at least it exists. I'm glad it does. And I definitely vibe with it. I definitely vibe with it for sure. Yeah. So I definitely want to know what's coming up. I definitely want to know what to look forward to because I definitely enjoy what you've been putting out so far, and I, want more and
Thank you.
more.
Thank you.
So I definitely want to know, what's around the corner. Update us.
Yeah. So, like I think I mentioned earlier, I do have another open mic thing, performance on April 8th. So I'm going to do 3 songs. So that'd be fun. Kombucha, I'm definitely doing kombucha. That's definitely one of them. So I have that coming up. Sometime in April, I haven't had the date yet. I was finalizing a song yesterday. I have a new song coming out. It's called Bedtime/Nauseous. It's a really fun track. Took me forever to mix. Probably gonna finalize that today. And yeah, I have a bunch of other collabs coming up as well. Songs I've been working on with people I've met on the internet, and then working on some with some local folks as well, getting those started. So just a lot more music coming out. Trying to figure out some more video ideas, so I can have some videos to accompany it. Whether I do it myself or get someone with it. So yeah, I don't know, just gonna keep creating and figuring out what else I can do. I might start doing some beat breakdowns on YouTube as well. Showcase some of my instrumentals and kind of walk through the process of how I made it and what inspired it, because I kind of wear my inspirations on my sleeve. Maybe a hodgepodge of all of them, but I like to share that because music is derivative, and I want to encourage people to to try to make what they like to make. So yeah, pretty much what I got coming up.
That's amazing. The beat breakdown, I'm 100%. I'm going to just say you need to do it. It's like you have no option. You gotta do it. Like that would be really fun to watch. Like I would be one of your first viewers, to be honest. Like I would definitely like tune into those.
Hey. Yeah, I definitely want to do it. Just figuring out the logistics of it, but I know I can do it. It can be done. So I'll definitely let you know once I finally pull the trigger.
Awesome. I'll be stalking Instagram. I'm just kidding. I'm not gonna do that, but you get my point. Well,
yeah, I get you.
Well, I just wanted to just say thank you for we finally did this. I know you had something at 5 Pacific
Yeah.
time, I think. So I know you had something at 5. So
Yeah.
I just wanted to just say thank you for taking the time out to do this, to be respectful of what's been happening in my real life and being understandable. That is maturity, and
Yeah.
I appreciate you a lot.
Yeah, no, life happens, so I get you. I wasn't tripping about it, but yeah, I'm glad to be here. It's exciting. This is my first like interview about music, so that's dope. So
Nice.
you get to hold that trophy if I ever go anywhere.
And I can't wait to see you actually like win one, and I'll be like, "Oh, I interviewed him. He was my first one."
That'd be
Nice.
dope. That'd be sick.
Well, is there any last things that you wanted to say to the audience? I know you got places to be at, so I just wanted to say if there's any last things you wanted to, I'm saying.
Yeah, I'll just say I just have to leave some words of encouragement. Like, if you're out there and you want to create, just do it. Like create whatever relationship you have to with your art. You don't necessarily have to do it for becoming big, or if that's what you want to do, try it. But I think having a form of self-expression is really amazing, and it really taps into your authentic self. So don't be afraid to go out there and create, and share it with someone. Because you'd be very surprised on who can connect with what you're doing. It's like it's just energy that we put out and we create. So I just encourage you to do that and find a good community as well. No matter what you do, just find a good community and folks that will support you. So yeah, and listen to KawaiiSteez, because I'm tight.
Okay, I'm sorry, but that's funny.
I'm an Aries.
I feel
I
I'm sorry, y'all. I just had to get the laughter out. That was funny. Sorry. Back to seriousness. You guys can check out KawaiiSteez. I put down in the link, you can check out his universal link with koji.com/KawaiiSteez. I recommend you guys check out his Instagram, KawaiiSteez, for more updates and more information and more fun on his Instagram. Thank you all so much for watching and tuning in. I love doing interviews so much, like nowadays, because this season's just packed with so much, and I can't wait for more. So, again, thank you all so much for tuning in. I hope you all enjoyed this interview, and if you guys are watching, enjoy the rest of Hump Day, and God, I lost my words. Show support to musicians. Don't do drugs, don't drink, and whatever you do, don't go anywhere until you listen to the tracks after this. So much love to you guys. Be blessed, be happy, and catch you guys next time. Love you. Bye. Hello, everybody. Thank you guys so much for joining us tonight as we dove into a wonderful podcast episode. Now, in this following segment, you will get a chance to hear this artist's showcase, because every artist that comes on the show requires to do a showcase. So buckle up, get some popcorn, and enjoy the showcase. I hope you guys love it, and check out the artist when you get a chance to. Hope you guys love it. Enjoy.
Steez got the ease to relax. Breeze when the wind blow, cheese be the stacks. Believe that your wind's low, Steve, bring it back. Breathe the heat from the window, release from the crack days. Mount the flow with your rack, these shoes. Flash the golden egg from the back street goose. Train them better at it like an athlete's moose, and it looks kinda promising. The rap sheets shoot. Hey, no be sounding bomb there. Knock you on the dome, is it all there? Tell me if you all care. What's the long stare? Ignorance of yourself will take you nowhere. Hey, Kawaii, why you rap so hard? Flash of the Kodak when we note these scars. Pull up to a demon on guard. Knock you off the fence to the left on guard. You is not bout it, no, I sing masterpiece. No sound is a tragedy, stop with all this blasphemy. No, this is a blasphemy, this don't sound blasphemy. Cut you down real quick, you just look like grass to me. Dog, you is not bout it, no, I sing masterpiece. No sound is a tragedy, stop with all this blasphemy. No, this is the blasphemy, this don't sound blasphemy. Cut you down real quick, you just look like grass to me. You call those are last to me, can't act too fast for me. No torch in my hand like LeBron and Tanner pass the heat. No, I got that mass appeal. It's a rap, so tap the real on darkest night. Ignite the night when I go and tap the seal. Feel just like a mastodon. Networking past it on. Flipping birds, mixing words as I go and crack the song. Dog, you can't get mad at me. Wisdom like a manatee. Answer me this one thing. Where is your humanity? Dog, you is not bout it. No, I sing masterpiece. Yo, sound is a tragedy. Stop with all this blasphemy. No, this is a blasphemy. This don't surprise to me. Cut you down real quick. You just look like grass to me. Dog, you is not bout it. No, I sing masterpiece. No, sound is a tragedy. Stop with all this blasphemy. No, this is the blasphemy. This don't surprise to me. Cut you down real quick. You just look like grass to me. I'm fast asleep. La la la, finally a fantasy. Don't be mad at me, cause it had to be. Roll when you're home alone, you slick bastard. Search with the finest comb, it gets faster. Work when we fast asleep, we don't make it. Crunch with the finest teeth, my pulse wasted. Marbles drop from dormant, cause moisture. Shakes from the toothless past the lost moisture. Mind jogging from my alternate world. Thoughts shinier than Jupiter's pearl. Where the jewels at? Girl of my wildest dreams, but it couldn't be, cause I'm fast asleep. La la la, finally a fantasy. Don't be mad at me, cause it had to be. Just a little bit, we don't rock, no we're feeling it. We on top, yeah I know you're feeling it. All the pain that I know you're dealing with. We don't stop, just a little bit. We don't rock, no we're feeling it. We on top, yeah I know you're feeling it. All the pain that I know you're dealing with. We don't stop, just a little bit. This dream, but it couldn't be, cause I'm fast asleep. La la la, finally I'm fantasy. Don't be mad at me, cause it had to be. Roll when you're home alone, you slick bastard. Search with the finest comb, it gets faster. Work when we fast asleep, we don't make it. Crunch with the finest teeth, my pulse racing. Marbles drop from dome, it cause moisture. Shakes from the toothless past the lost moisture. Mind jogging from my alternate world. Thoughts shinier than Jupiter's pearl. Where the jewels at?